this is one part of the ongoing you don't know JavaScript series, and this part is known as demystifying this in JavaScript and React, and we are going to deep dive into this keyword in JavaScript and also a bit in React, which is so confusing for all of us. So we have earlier also seen this, but we are going to dive a little bit more into it. So as we have earlier seen also, like this let me have a function like this. See, like this we have earlier seen also. If so, what will be this keyword in this function? What will be this keyword? So this will refer to the global window object. Okay, let me open my favorite console also, which is not this JSpin console. Okay, I am here, but I have to run it. Yeah, so what is this? This is the window object. As we can see, this is the window object, and this equal to window, and it is showing us as true. Okay, so one more thing, we are going to use the strict keyword. So what will be the strict? If we are going to use the strict keyword, what it will be? Strict keyword we can use like this. I don't know whether it will work here or not. Then we will use in the console only. In my blog, see, there is a blog with the same name. I had used something known as Scratchpad in Firefox, but right now that Scratchpad is not available in Firefox. Earlier we used to have a Scratchpad, but that is not available anymore. So that's why I am using JSpin or something. So use strict is not allowable here. So let me do one thing. I will show you this. I will show this in a normal inspect. Let me do a inspect. Let me do a console, and let me put it here. And now if I do this, so there are two consoles. One is this one and another is this one. So let us see this. See, so first one is giving us, so ignore this. First one is giving us undefined, means this is undefined, and the second one is giving us false. So this is because the global object is global object is what is a window object that is undefined when you use the strict, use strict. So that's why this is undefined. So like earlier also we had seen this. The next thing which I am going to tell, we had seen it earlier also, and I am going to quickly show it. See this. See this thing also we have seen. Object is there, and the object has a property as a function. So, and this, what will this refers to? So this, let us quickly see what will this refer to. And as you might have already known, because I have already teached this thing, so this here will be the value of the object itself. See this one, this line, this is the object itself. That's foo object itself. So here this is the object itself. Now what we are going to see, we are going to see the one of the last thing, which is the constructor function. So constructor function example also we have seen. So let me clear it. It is okay. Let me clear it. Let me paste it. I can write it all down, but it will be a waste. I just wanted to explain. So see, again the same thing. We have a constructor function known as person, and inside this dot first name, this was last name, display name is there, which is again a function name, this dot first name, this was last name, and this. And see this is very important. And then we are creating two functions. So let me again open my console clear it and let me run it. See, this name, this is coming from this statement and this. So what is this here? So this is the newly created instance, nothing but the value of this refers to the newly created instance. This is here Nabindu, this is here Shikha. So the newly created instance, which is first name, last name and display name. So because anything which we create a new object, the function is also inside this, and we have learned this in the previous part that this is not a good way. We should have used prototype, but that's a different thing. So this display name will also be there in every one of them. So the next thing which we are going to do, let me remove it, let me clear it. We are going to see three functions. One is the call, second is the apply, and third is the bind. So these are the functions which we use to manipulate this, because this is always the execution context. So let us have a simple, what I'm having here, a simple object. Okay, object is num3. Then I have a function, let add number, which is a function actually, and abc, it is taking 3 parameter abc, and it is printing, it is returning plus, but it also needs this num. Somehow it needs this dot num, but how we are going to get is this num. We can never get this num with directly calling the function. So we want to call the function in a way that this refers to this number. So what is the way? So the way is to use something known as call. So when in call, we, let me show. So okay, let me run it. Yeah, so I don't know, add number dot call. See, the way to directly call is by this way, to call this method, but how we are going to pass this obj? We cannot pass. So if I try like this, means if I try obj comma anything 1 comma 4 comma 6, let me try like this. Oh, how I am going to run it? Oh, so I think it will be better if I take it. Let me clear it, let me make it a bit more, and let me do it here. Okay, so what I was telling, this add number, let me pass the obj directly, then 1 4 6. So it is not giving anything, it will not even work. So the thing is that we have a call method on every function, so we can use that. We'll use call, and here we are passing the obj, and from obj what it will do, it will take this dot num. Okay, like this I am passing. So see, this console.log is also there for this, so we will find out what it is. So yeah, so see, it is the object. So the context is now this, whatever object we pass, the context is that, and we get correctly. See, 3 plus say 3 plus 6 plus 4 plus 1 is 14. So we are getting that, so it's okay. So now we will learn about the second method, which is known as apply. So it is quite similar to call, but the only thing is there, the second parameter is an array, not an anything we can pass in that, like that in call we could have passed anything. So our function remains the same, we are using the same function, but for call what we are going to do, let array equal to 1 comma 4 comma 6 you have to do. Then after that add numbers dot apply we'll do, and here obj comma arr we are going to do. So what it will do, this arr it is going here and it will be converted to like this abc. So if I do it, I am getting 40, and again the thing is num is same. So this object, this is the object. So the third thing which you are going to see is the bind, and the bind is very important because bind is used in React a lot, so that's why it's a practical use. The bind, the apply also, there is a lot of practical uses for apply, because some of the time we have to pass an array as an argument, so it is used a lot in those cases. So let us see bind. So bind, what it works in a different way than call and apply. The code is almost similar. So what it does, it returns a function. So if we want to execute the same thing, what we are going to do, let bind func equal to add numbers dot, again you have to use this bind obj comma 1 comma 4 comma 6, and then this bind func is there, we have to execute this, and then we are going to get the 14. So this is what it is. So hope you learned about call, apply and bind. So next what we are going to do, we are going to see an example in React. So let me go to a very good code editor which is known as stack Blitz. So start a new app, and I'm going to have a React app. So yeah, okay, it is not increasing the size, that is okay with me. So what I want to do, okay, I want to take a, first thing what I want to do, this is a boilerplate code. So what, okay, I don't want to log in to GitHub, it's okay. So I am converting it into a class-based component app. So it is coming from this index. If you see the same if you do a create React app, it will be like this only, extends react dot component and export default app. Again, I'm not going to write everything, and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to explain. It's okay. So nothing, just a plain thing, yeah, which you have seen many times. Oh, cross origin, I am getting some cross origin error, but why? But why I'm getting this cross origin error? Let me see whether it will work here or not. Yeah, I was right. It doesn't like Brave a lot, because Brave blocks a lots of things. Okay, so as I've told, this is just a simple app, nothing to teach here. So just and app means it have an input box, input field, and we have an on change. So this dot handle change is there, and we have this dot set object. But if this handle change to run, we this line is very much required. This dot handle change and this dot handle change bind this, and then only this will work. This will work properly. So why this is required, and let me try to comment it out. And if I comment it out, and now it will give me error when I type something here, and it will give me this is undefined, because this error actually occurs not because of React but because of the JavaScript. So why? Because of JavaScript I am telling. So let me show why. Because of JavaScript it occurs. So again, run the JavaScript code. It is not working here. Yeah, I will go here. Yeah, let me show. So what I have done, I have changed it to a JavaScript code. The same code I have changed it to JavaScript. So, and I am trying to do this. A simple class is there, because you can create class now in JavaScript also. And a constructor is there, this dot name, then a display console. And let me do this. I am using the new keyword and footer display, and display is footer display. This should also work, but let me show. See, this will not work, and this will give me an error. This line will give me an error, cannot read property name of undefined. So why does this happen? This happens because by default classes are in the strict mode, what we have learned earlier. So the global object is not defined here. So to prevent this, what we are going to do, we are going to do the constructor this dot display equal to this dot display dot bind this. So now this is bind to this context, and see, now it is working completely fine. So this is how, this is the reason why we had to give the bind, because now it get the context. So, and there is one more thing which I wanted to tell, last thing, as many of us React developer know that now most of us don't use that bind thing anymore, because there is something even more good which is happened to the ES6, which is the invention of the arrow function. So what is this arrow function? This arrow function is lexically bound. So this means the enclosing function. So we don't need this anymore, this thing. So what we are going to do, we are going to convert it into a arrow function. Instead of this dot handle change, what I am going to do is I'm going to create an arrow function here only, and I'm going to pass it like this, and now I don't need this anymore. And if I write anything, it is working fine. Means this arrow function I have done, and now I don't want this in the arrow function anymore. So I think this video helped you understand this a lot. You can go through my article also a lot. If I don't doesn't sound okay, you can go through my article, it is much better. Okay, thank you, see you soon.